So this afternoon's choice for me is my number 23 out of my top 31 countdown to number 1 on the 31st of December is something that appears to be only available as a stream or a download, and it's by an Argentinian band called Black Sky Giant. Now, the actual record is called, to my eye, it says Primigenian or Primigenian. So Primigenian. Primigenian. Let's just call it Primigenian. Sounds ridiculous, but you know, that's what I'm calling it in my ignorant pronunciation way. So, as I say, it's not available, doesn't appear to be available as a physical product. So I'll show you a picture. So you kind of can see that. You can tell by the artwork what kind of music it's going to be. If you like the artwork, you're going to like the music. So what kind of music is it? Well, it's very similar in tone to what I was talking about yesterday from Bob Balch and Yawning Man, the Yawning Balch project. This is Black Sky Giant. They call themselves a project. As I say, they're from Argentina, a place called Rosario. I have no idea what part of Argentina that is, but it sounds like a great place if bands like this can come from there, because these guys are really good. One thing I would say about the music is it's a little bit more upbeat in places than Yawning Balch. It's not quite as laid back as that. And despite the fact that it is an instrumental record, no lyrics, believe it or not, there is a kind of concept to it. They've done a little story for it. So it goes like this. I shall read it. It's only short. Finally, after eternal storms, thousands of lost souls, we have found the beginning. Crossing the sea of infinity, you can see the huge original skulls, which I believe is the sleeve. The skulls of the ancients, the Primigenians. The prophecies were right, the great original structure, and we are at the gates. Behold before your eyes the primordial wonder, the source of the purest knowledge, the great hall. Captain, you should see this. Apparently this is old technology, some kind of cassette tapes. So obviously it's not meant to be taken too seriously. And the tracks kind of reflect that story. They kind of go along with that narrative. So you have number 1, Primigenian. Number 2, At the Gates. Number 3, Stardust. Number 4, The Great Hall. Number 5, and my favourite, Sonic Thoughts. And number 6, The Foundational Found Tapes, which is the longest thing on here and goes for nearly 8.5 minutes. Now, I said my favourite is Sonic Thoughts, mainly because it changes pace. Everything else seems to be, up until that point, reasonably laid back, a little bit slower, not sludgy, not doomy, not at all. Just a little bit slower, a little bit pulled back a bit. And then Sonic Thoughts kicks in. It's only a 3-minute piece, and it's quite upbeat. It's quite upbeat, it's quite rock and roll. So what kind of music are they playing? Well, they're playing sort of, obviously instrumental, quite chilled, not particularly heavy, but guitar driven, desert rock, stoner rock, whatever you want to call it. And it's really, really good. The Lost Foundational Tapes is, as I say, the longest thing on here. And again, it's quite trippy. A great thing for It's a great piece of music for those who like to partake in, shall we say, cigarettes is one way of putting it. Not that I do, obviously, but it goes on, obviously. And so this is the type of music it is. It's very chilled, very relaxed, you know, that type of vibe, and great to chill to, and just what you need. Say like after a day's work or something like that, and you just want to put your feet up and listen to something quite mellow, but still very cool, still rocking, but not taking your head off your shoulders. And that's why I like this particular record. I mean, it's been out now since, believe it or not, the 1st of January, and I still haven't seen any physical product, which is a shame. And that's why I had to show you that picture on the phone. So hopefully they'll release some physical products. Maybe it's got something to do with the amount of streams or the amount of downloads it gets before they can actually cobble the money together to get some product out. I don't know how it works. But if it is that, then you should get on Bandcamp or YouTube and give it a listen. Maybe give it a stream, give it a download. Because it's very good. Very relaxing. Cracking music. And that's why I've put Black Sky Giant with Primigenian as my number 23 of my favourite or best rock records of 2023.